ensure that from the very first years of their college, they must have a keen understanding of coding.
Welcome to another exciting episode of TBR TrailBlazers, where we showcase the inspiring journeys of our exceptional alumni who have made significant strides in their professional lives. I'm Olivia Shen, and today we are honored to have a very special guest with us, Sagnik Roy, currently working at Tata Digital. Sagnik is a proud alumnus of TechBairn, and we are thrilled to hear about his experiences, the impact TechBairn has had on his career, and the lessons he has learned along the way. Welcome, Shagnik. It's a great experience to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you to have me. I'm also happy to share with you my journey.
Let's start with your journey. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what inspired you to pursue a career in industry or field?
Yeah, so I was in my third year of my college, and so there I was seeing I had a deep interest in Android at that point of time. And even though I was not from computer science, I decided that let us explore this field. So smartphones have become heavily popular by then, and I got deeply interested. So I started with a lot of things, like I was randomly doing things, and then I came across the TechBairn course, and they guided me actually on how to land jobs in IT. So you just cannot learn Android and just get a job, uh, at least from college perspective. Like, maybe the journey changes as you gain experience, but in college, whatever companies come to your campus, you have to prepare for DSA, algorithms, and computer fundamentals. So, which I was not prepared by then, because I was in a different branch and I had no idea what exactly I had to do. So, in that way, TechBairn had helped me actually. I got wonderful teachers, and using those materials, then I did lead code and learned Flutter, and finally, I'm now working as a Flutter developer in my company. So that's in short how my journey is.
Okay, all right. So, the next I would like to ask that what are the key challenges you faced earlier in your career and how did you overcome them?
Okay, one of the I think there were multiple challenges. So one challenge was, to like how do you prepare? That's the first challenge, because there are multiple resources, and you have short time. You just cannot. You have a span of maybe 2 years to prepare. So you have to be very, very specific of what you are doing every hour, every minute. So that guidance, getting that guidance was important. So navigating through that was one of the challenge, and also finding good projects. So how can I, build good projects so that I can clear the interviews and prove myself that yes, I am capable of doing this. That was another challenge. So I built 3 projects with Flutter and Dart. So and I showed them to my interviews. Yeah, that's pretty much what challenges I faced.
Okay, you were part of TechBurn's DSA and IoT and embedded systems programs. So, how did you experiences help shape, like these experiences help shape your career and contribute to your professional growth?
Yeah, I think the BSS course especially helped me because I was able to interact with uh, 2 teachers. One person was from Direct Type, which is a very renowned company. You have to be very good in BSS to go there. and another person has multiple experiences from companies like Red Hat and Clear Tax, all these companies. So I think uh, I understood like how your journey will be in the IT sector, what you need to do in order to get a job in IT, like what you should study, what should you be very strong in. Okay, how should you keep learning after getting the job? So all of this were discussed because it was a live class. It was not a recording. So it was a live class and it was very interactive. So that inspiration was there. So that's what I take from the DSA course. And from the IoT course, I think it was a great course where I took it very early in my college, I think in my second year or something. And at that point of time, when I was in my second year, I was interested in electronics. So that helped me to build some projects, having Arduino and Raspberry Pi, home automation, all these things. So yeah, a lot of learnings I have collected from these two courses.
Okay, so were there any hands-on projects or internship opportunities during your time with TechBairn that directly contributed to your career growth?
Yes, so I interned with TechBairn only. After completing my course, I joined as a teaching assistant there for the next DSA course. So that was a experience for me because I was also learning much more from both the experiences. And in my IoT project also there were hands-on projects. As I mentioned, I worked on Arduino and home automation. So yeah,
Okay, so what about the experiences? Like how 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 much help you have got from your trainer, uh, and how, like, I would like to know the total experience you gathered from there, like all the things like probably a student cannot do. You need one help to do a project or something like that. So what would be your suggestion, like what should we the students should do?
yeah. So the main problem that it solves is that you have a lot of scattered information right now on the internet. And let's say you have multiple YouTube channels, you have multiple you know blogs and everything, blogs. So pinpointing what resources might help you is very important. And I think that is the thing that I got from TechBairn because uh, the teachers collected the resources which are helpful and they provided us. So in that way, I could focus more on my project, my learning, rather than wasting time on searching for resources and other things. So this is one of the things. Apart from this, the help. So when you're stuck, you can post it in the group, or there was WhatsApp groups and other things. So you can post your doubts there, and the teachers were always there to help. In both the courses, I had seen this, and we had a. So yeah, these two, mainly these two, I would say.
So, Shagnik, I would like to know the main question. Majority of the students may face this kind of questions, like they may have this kind of questions rather, that what would be your suggestion for the beginners? Like, if we see about, like, from their point of view, from their perspective, they're enough scared about this codings and all. They are totally messed up how to manage everything. So what would be your suggestion to them, because nowadays codings are very much important to get any kind of job, so especially in IT field. So they should know the time management, they should know, like, at the same time they should practice their for their semester as well, and they have to practice for these kind of courses. What should be your suggestion for them?
Yeah, so I think when we were starting off our engineering, so I got admitted, I think 2018, uh, and I passed out in 22. So in that 18-19 period, there was not much awareness about all these things. And right now, so they should ensure that from the very first years of their college, they must have a keen understanding of coding. They should start learning at least one language, take any language, C++, Java. Okay, and then give some time to the basics, understand how the basic logics works, and then start with the basic DSA. Okay, so your first year should be completely based on learning the basics, and then in your second year you can go and solve lead code, practice advanced problems. Nowadays they are also asking system design. So if you can also prepare system design and those who are in computer science branch, for them it's easy. The computer fundamentals part is easy because it's part of their curriculum and they can learn it along with their college. But those who are from other branches, they have to actually, along with their semesters and all, they have to give some time to this computer fundamentals. That's the operating system, the DBMS and the networking subject. So yeah, so in your first and second year, if you can complete everything, first year just focus on basics, second year do the advanced things, study a little bit of system design, study these computer fundamentals, and from third year onwards, then you can start looking for internship. So, and eventually you will, if you keep giving interviews, obviously there will be a lot of rejections. But even I think I had given around 25, 30 interviews before landing on my job. So, that has to be there. So you have to give a lot of interviews. Then only you will be able to finally reach where you want to go. So this should be like the generic path to what they can follow. Nowadays there are many resources, and obviously you can take the course of TechBairn to get additional support. So yeah, that is what you can be. You have to be early in your preparation. We were much late. Like I started in third year, so you can get an edge if you start from first year itself.
Okay, so one more question I would like to ask, that how long they should practice, because if they're beginners, how much time they should devote there, and from where they should practice, for the practicing purpose, what should they do? Like, what would be your suggestion for their beginners, especially?
Okay, so if you're talking about practicing, I would suggest those who are beginning, they can go through GFG. So GFG has a very basic set of problems. So there are multiple levels. You can have school level problems. You can have very basic level problems. Then you have easy, moderate, and difficult level problems. So those who are just starting to learn, they can, maybe in a day they can just solve two easy problems. Those who are focusing on strengthening their basics, and on weekends they can solve at least two or four problems. They can do this for around 2 3 months from various topics like loops, your uh, while loop, for loop, then recursion, and basic uh, topics like that. And then you can slowly move to lead code, and you can give them contests. So lead code has their contests every Saturday and Sundays. So that is very good because on Saturdays and Sundays, mostly students will be free. So you can take out some time and you can go for their contest. Contest helps you to evaluate how much have you, actually learned. So that's like a feedback loop. So that giving a context is very important. And once you start, once you you can continue that, you can go even more advanced for solving code forces and other platforms. But for jobs, I think lead code is enough. And then once you are stable on lead code, then you can divide your time. Let's say on one weekend you do lead code, on the other weekend you start exploring web development or app development or some other, build some projects, have a flavor of development, and that will make your portfolio really good. And if there is still time left, you can go ahead and try open source. I mean, that's very advanced, but not many people do it, so that will give you an edge.
Fine. It's quite helpful. So moving ahead, I would like to ask you that what has been your proudest moment in your career so far?
Yeah, I think the proudest moment was, there are two moments actually. One, when I cleared one interview round in a company called Kekka. So this company makes HR softwares, and there were 5 to 6 rounds of interviews, and I was able to clear them after a long time. Like I was getting rejected continuously, and then in this particular company, after 6 rounds of interview, I succeeded. So that was one of the greatest moment. And the other moment was when I cleared the company that I am right now. So I am right now in Tata Digital. So and my dream was to build an app. So when I got selected for this app development role, I was very happy. So this was a proud moment for me.
Nice. So I would like to know that like what should be your suggestion for the students, those who are currently in their third year or fourth year? So how they should prepare to grab this kind of internships that you have got from TechBairn? Like what should be their path? Like I would like to know one lined up path for them.
Okay, so if you are in your third year now, there can be two types of categories here. One who have already prepared in their first year and second year. So I would suggest them that they should start looking for internship and keep their practice as they're going on, so that they can gain some experience, internship experience. It will help them on their on-campus as well as off-campus interviews. For those who might had some problems and maybe they're starting off in their third year, for them it's very important that you start following curated problems. For example, there are many DSA sheets available. If you join TechBairn, they also provide curated problems. So you can join anywhere. I think everyone provides curated problems, and the idea should be that those curated problems you should solve very thoroughly. Okay, the first step. Once you solve those problems and you have an understanding, you should give some contests to understand how you should prepare in your interview. Like how prepared are you for your interview, and then you should also, like, I think it will easily take the whole of your third year if you do this. By the end of your third year, you can build some projects, at least one end-to-end project. Let's say a weather application. You can just put a Firebase backend. You can put a good UI from and you can take inspiration from many places on the internet, and you can put a Firebase backend. You can build an UI. You can get some open source APIs, and you can build a project like that. You can build a shopping application, and try to add some uniqueness to your project. Like uh, don't just build a simple shopping application. Give a unique touch to it. For example, one of my project was that I made an application where you can upload your so it was a college it was for college students. You can upload your books or anything that you have, and you can sell it as a second hand item for other students, and they can see it and buy it. And one uniqueness that I had added at that point of time, I added a chat feature there where you can chat with that person and you can bargain on the device itself. So something like this, unique one or two features that you can provide. It need not be very big. It has to be your own idea, so that your desire to build that project comes into the picture. So that has to be there. So by the end of the third year, if you are able to build this project and let it like till the middle of your fourth year, you should be ready for your on-campus and off-campus placements.
Well, many of our listeners are aspiring tech professionals or students. So, what advice would you give to someone just starting their journey in the tech industry?
Okay, so the first thing is never stop learning. So something like so you should always you should continue the momentum that you have in college. So in college you are learning many things, you're exploring. So that should not stop once you land in a job. Definitely you should go there, you should try to learn as much as you can, and you should also, grow personally. One thing that I would suggest. And try to so in your job, try to learn as much as possible. Try to see how the organization is working, what are the things they're using, what are the coding patterns they're following. Because once you get into an organization, your code quality, how efficient your code is, and then all these things matter a lot. So you have to then focus on learning object-oriented programming in depth. So how can you apply abstractions? How can you make the code better? Optimizations. How can you optimize certain things that might be running slowly? Uh, yeah. So keep learning all these things, and do not overwork. Like learn, but do not overwork. Have some time for yourself. Keep your mental health okay. Travel sometimes, travel and explore different places. So yeah, I think these three are enough, at least as far as my experience is concerned.
Okay, so we emphasize continuous learning at TechBairn. So, how important has upskilling been in your own career, and what would be what would you say to those considering programs like ours?
Okay. Um, so whatever I have done in my career, there was a touch of tech there because uh, TechBairn started from my college only. So it's a startup that is born out of our college, and I've seen it grow. So I have been associated with TechBairn for a long time, and there was always this push for learning from TechBairn and uh, the team that was working there. So I was inspired by them, and I learned from them. So everything that I learned about Arduino. So when I learned embedded programming from there, I had my hands-on DSA from there, and my so this has been my journey. TechBairn has helped me in my every step because I was associated with it very closely. So that's how it has. I have done my upskilling with the help of TechBairn.
Okay, so one more question, that is, where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years?
Okay, interview questions.
Yes.
So yeah, this is important question. Right now, I want to see myself as a mobile developer only, probably. Understanding and having a much more depth in mobile, having much more depth and understanding in mobile platform, how mobiles work, how can you build efficient programs, applications that can scale up to millions of users. I hope I will be able to lead a team in near future, maybe in 3 or 4 years. Those who will build powerful and impactful Android applications. That is what pretty much the plan is for now. It might change.
And are there any exciting projects you are currently working on, or future aspirations you'd like to have share?
Yeah, so right now I'm not currently working in any project. I am just learning from my company only. So we built the Tata Neo app. I don't know if how many of you know here, but it is the app where you get everything from Tata Group. So that's a super app, and it's very challenging to build because there are a lot of components, a lot of things. So I for the last 2 years I've been focusing on learning and doing whatever I get from there. So I have worked and headed the brand transition journeys in that app. So whenever you're using that app and you go to any brand, some of my code actually works. So that is a big contribution from my side. And in future, yes, I do have certain projects in mind. So I want to learn the proper Kotlin Android development, and eventually, I have not yet planned for any project, but I want to build something. So let's see.
Okay, thank you so much, Shagni, for sharing your incredible journey with us today. Your insights are truly inspiring, and I'm sure our listeners have gained a lot of experiences. To all our users, if you would like to jumpstart your tech career just like Shagnik did, explore the opportunities available at TechBairn. With hands-on projects, expert guidance, and a supportive community, we are here to help you unlock your full potential. Last but not the least, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories from our TBR Trailblazers series. Until next time.